Hello and welcome to our viewers here in Nigeria and all around the world. This is the news on Galaxy TV. I am Kelly Egiga. Here are our top stories. Federal High Court in Abuja strikes out suits seeking sack of Saraki, Dogara and others. West African Sub-Regional Body ECOWAS to reconstruct Lagos-Abidjan Highway. And on the foreign scene, Taiwan legalizes same-sex marriage. We'll bring you details in just a moment. Many thanks indeed for joining us on the news tonight. Now, first story. An Abuja division of the Federal High Court has struck out a lawsuit seeking an order declaring vacant the seat of both the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, and the Speaker of the House, Yakubu Dogara, and 52 other members of the National Assembly who defected from the original political parties to other ones. Delivering judgment on Friday, Justice Okona-Bang held that the plaintiff, the Legal Defense and Assistance Project, LEDAP, lacked the legal rights to institute the lawsuit. Abang held that LEDAP's status as a registered corporate body under the Company and Allied Matters Act was not sufficient to confer the right to institute such an action. He maintained that the plaintiff, not being INEC, the political parties from which the parliamentarians defected to other parties, or a member of the constituencies that voted them in the first place, makes it lack the legal capacity to institute the action, and it was for that reason that the matter was struck out.
On the circumstances of this case, in that the major issue before the court was the issue whether the defection of some of the members of the National Assembly was in compliance with the provisions of Section 68, Sub 1, 1G. And the court finds that for there to be competence on any party to sue in this case, it must be a political party and or the voters who voted for those legislators.
Galaxy's Godfrey Oshemogi reports that the court also ruled that former Senate Minority Leader Godswill Akpabio's leaving the PDP to the APC last year was not a case of defection. Justice Okona-Bang held that the senator only moved to join the ruling party out of frustration stemming from his anticipated expulsion from the party, a decision he conveyed to the party through a letter dated 2nd August 2018.
For me, I'm happy that yes, indeed. My case, which had always been different, was well articulated by the court today, and my position was upheld that mine cannot be described as a defection, that indeed it was a movement, and that movement was not only justified, but now has been judicially stamped.
Now to our second story tonight. The West African Sub-Regional Body ECOWAS has finalized plans to begin work on the Lagos-Abidjan corridor, which is a 1,000-kilometer highway that will facilitate international trade within the sub-region. Our correspondent Godfrey Oshemogi again reports that this information is contained in the speech of the president of ECOWAS Community, Jean-Claude Cassibril, in the presentation of the State of the Community report at plenary on Friday at the ongoing first ordinary session of the ECOWAS Parliament holding in Abuja, the nation's capital. The 6-lane highway, which will be managed by a regional authority so far, has had $22 million from the African Development Bank committed to the project.
And feasibility studies have started. We were able to mobilize $22 million from African Development Bank and EU. 3 consultancies firms have been selected, and the feasibility studies and engineering study are being undertaken.
Cassibril told the ECOWAS parliamentarians that insecurity is now very widespread in the sub-region and that the community now has to cope with a heavy burden of 2 million IDPs amidst shortage of emergency food aid.
We have a number of things that we are doing. This is consistent with our policies and intervention programs in that area. We have used to face this situation that is difficult of food problems. We have used the stock of food available to us. We provided some grains.
The president of the ECOWAS Commission said plans are already in full gear towards ensuring free roaming systems are fully in place within the sub-region as a way of encouraging free movement of persons among member nations, but noted that telecommunications companies are openly against the move. In his remarks, the Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, Mustafa Cissé Lo, urged ECOWAS member countries to accelerate the process of having a single currency regime and falter the actions of some countries that frustrate the free movement of people in line with the ECOWAS protocol.
Have received a lot of complaints from the borders, and even us, when we get to the borders, we have seen it for ourselves that the agencies, the agents at the borders, they refuse to comply. For example, Senegal and Gambia, and that if borders can ask for money, they also have a right to ask for money. And we're fighting against corruption, and yet a police officer is asking for money.
Parliamentarians present during the session voiced their thoughts on the Senate of Affairs of their individual countries and the need for there to be a paradigm shift for the better.
Domains, and also to say, Mr. Chair, that the democracy cannot exist if we do not have security. And you have mentioned the efforts that are currently ongoing, but I think it is necessary for us to make security a priority right now. I think that the gender policy at the ECOWAS level is very slow, and also we still continue to have cultural practices that still harm women.
It seems to me that ECOWAS, we are wondering whether ECOWAS is an authority or ECOWAS is just observing. There are a lot of political issues in the region that we have to be careful with. Or we are an authority that should be involved in making sure the right thing is done in the different regions. If we are an authority or we're just observing.
I think, Mr. President, you would recall that when you went to Sierra Leone in 2018, I sat next to you, and you advised that the situation in Sierra Leone was a political situation which we must solve.
Now to issues of security. Officers and men of the Oyo State Police Command have been advised to desist from unlawful arrest, but should at all times respect the fundamental rights of residents of the state. The Commissioner of Police in that state, Shino Olukolugu, gave the charge during a visit to Monia area. Command stated that police should always treat the civilians as partners in progress, especially in the area of security of lives and property. The Commissioner of Police cautioned his men against vices that could tarnish the image of the force, but should continue to operate in compliance with the provision of the law.
Is a way for the government again to check the rights of the suspects in detention. They are out there. You also have the recent laws, administration of criminal justice, which gave magistrates the opportunity and right to check detention facilities.
Earlier in his remarks, the area commander, Ajao Ogufuminiyi, lauded the leadership qualities of the Commissioner of Police, adding that murder and armed robbery are the dominant crimes in the axis, while the chairman of the Police Community Relations in the state, Olusegun Omofoye, assured the command of the continued support of his members.
The crime situation here is tolerable, except for cases of murder that have been happening at the suburb of some divisions. Strategy has been put in place to stop the issue of car snatching or remove from park, as all the videos have been warned to deploy men at the entry and exit.
What we are saying about you, and since your inception here, you are a crime detector. In psychology, there are people usually called GA. GA, that is in professional psychology. GA means people that are professional in their ethics and their brilliancy, in which you are number one, sir.
Now to Kwara State, where residents of Budwegba and Ote communities in Asa local government area of that state are worried that they may soon be cut off from other parts of the state. This is because the main road in the area is now almost cut into two. The local government areas share boundary with Oyo State and are predominantly farmers and traders. The road that passes through these communities is the old Ilorin-Ogbomosho Expressway constructed in the 70s. It served as the major link road between the north and the southwest, but the present condition of the road is calling for urgent attention of both the state and federal government.
If somebody that doesn't know this place very well, that's not used to this road, and come here, you know, this is very free. If you're coming, you can easily claim lives. So it's a bad situation. And I think we need to call on the federal government. Even the states, there are roads that state government can do and eventually come, because you can't expect Fashola to be here.
So the sloping nature of the area cut off the relationship between the south and the north. So whereby affecting the economy of the community. In the past, this community has done a lot through the assistance of the communal labor of the community, the road, National Road Transport Association, and National. They've done a lot, but all into avail.
Kwara State Federal Controller of Works, Wasiu Atitebi, said blocked drainages affected the free flow of water, leading to the deplorable state of the roads.
Solution to the problem. You know that the problem is likely the size of the culvert or the blockade of the channel, whereby causing overflow of rainwater, so and thereby causing washout of the embankment on the other side of the road. That's actually what happened. And we got their letter last week, and FEMA has been notified to immediately see what they can do to address this.
Now to Delta State, where the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRC, in that state have charged special marshals across the state to intensify efforts in reducing deaths which occur on a daily basis in the state. Now, this was disclosed in the state coordinator of the FRC, Special Marshal Dixon Amo-Mahe, during a stakeholders meeting with marshals at Okpe local government area of the state. Addressing safety officers, the Delta coordinator harps on intensified patrols, enlightenment, and enforcement in reducing deaths, as the Zone 6 coordinator also supports the move.
We must step up our activities. People are dying on our roads on a daily basis. We must step up activities of patrolling, enlightening, education, and above all, enforcement.
Safety, and safety is in every one of us. I believe every one of us will handle it effectively. We meet with our coordinator as a teamwork.
In attendance of the parley were safety officers from the 25 local government areas of the state, while awards were presented to officers who performed excellently. Watching the news on Galaxy TV. Still to come, ASU demands end to insecurity in Nigeria. We'll bring you details of this story and more in just a moment. Join us again.
Sensitivity is a short, sharp pain that people experience when they have something hot or cold getting to the nerve of the tooth. If the sensitivity is left alone, it may get worse. Dentists recommend Sensodyne. It's able to calm the nerve of the tooth. The proof's in the results. It works.
We're back. You're watching the news on Galaxy TV. Now, for more updates and latest news, visit our website at galaxytvonline.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Galaxy TV Nigeria. You can follow or interact with us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Galaxy TV or tweet at us at Galaxy TV. Don't forget to follow or tag us on our Instagram page at Official Galaxy TV. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live updates and comments. Now, to other issues. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, says it may be compelled to embark on an industrial action if the Senate, the spate of kidnapping of academics in the country persists. This position was announced by the Chairman, Academic Staff Union of Universities, Obafemi Awolowo University, OAU, Ile-Ife, Dr. Adiola Ogbedokun, at a press conference at the university campus. Dr. Ogbedokun observed that the persistent rate of kidnapping and other forms of criminality was an indication of government's failure to provide adequate security for its citizens. The ASU chairman said members of the university community now live in fear following the adoption of a professor along the Ibadan-Ife Expressway.
The Congress also called on the Inspector General of Police and the Director of State Security Services, the SSS, to continue to do everything within their power to expose the armed Fulani herdsmen and other criminals who masterminded the kidnapping of Professor A.O. Adegbenyibe and other perpetrators of crimes in Osun State and other parts of Nigeria.
Dr. Ogbedokun called on Osun State Governor, traditional rulers and the police authorities to tame the kidnapping by herdsmen into the state.
This is a matter that is very serious, and it has to be taken very seriously by every stakeholder. If ASU will have to go that way of action, ASU will go on an action, especially if government continues to fail to stand up to their responsibility, because it is the responsibility of the government to provide adequate security of lives and properties in Nigeria.
Now to Edo State. The International Federation of Women Lawyers, FIDA, in that state is calling on women to stop female circumcision or genital mutilation. The women lawyers made this known during their sensitization exercise across major markets of Benin Metropolis as part of efforts to mark the 2019 FIDA Week. The state chairperson of FIDA, Barrister Irene Omorogiwa, said the fight against social issues such as violence, victimization, economic discrimination, harmful traditional practices, and gender inequality can never be overemphasized, stating that the organization is committed to fighting for the rights of women.
Very closely with other NGOs, some of them are present here, other CSOs. We're working closely to ensure that that law is enforceable and is enforced and implemented in Edo State.
Other female lawyers said the VAP law is of immense benefit to Edo State as it prohibits female circumcision or genital mutilation and forceful ejection of homes. The market women also lauded the initiative.
Una like the law, una like the law. Why don't you come? You go to marriage ceremony. So please make them do that.
They take on their lives. Now life they come, let me follow up well. So those people where we say they're busy anyway, touch your wife, exit touch his head.
The law very good though. I like it though. I like the law. Any husband, if you lay your hand upon your wife, you go and stay 5 years in prison.
FIDA, however, urged the public to report any cases of any violence to the police and other security agencies. For the news on Galaxy TV and for some news from the world of sports, over to the sports decks.
In the world of sport, head coach of the under-15 national team, Future Eagles, Haruna Ilerika, has said the focus of Nigerian Football Federation and the technical crew of the team is to build a formidable youth football system with the project. Ilerika commended the NFF under-13 and under-15 project for the scouting process of raw talents across the country.
Preparing for the tournament in Japan, the boys are actually responding and want to go and be a champion, because by the time you start becoming a champion from that age, the winning mentality will continue to be in you, and that is what will continue to propel you to think of how to win the World Cup one day. It's the competition that we are so much interested in, because we are going to go and play against some of the big names in world football.
The Future Eagles are currently campaigning in Shagamu, Ogun State, ahead of the 8th Nation Under-16 Invitational Tournament in Japan next month. They are expected to depart for Japan in 2 weeks from the Invitational Tournament, scheduled for Sendai.
You're watching the news on Galaxy TV. Up next is international news.
Welcome to the international scene. Taiwan's parliament has become the first in Asia to legalize same-sex marriage following a vote on Friday. In 2017, the island's constitutional court ruled that same-sex couples had the right to legally marry. Parliament was given a 2-year deadline and was required to pass the changes by 24 May. Lawmakers debated 3 different bills to legalize same-sex unions, and the government's bill, the most progressive of the 3, was passed. But the government's bill, also the only one to offer limited adoption rights, was passed by 66 to 27 votes, backed by lawmakers from the majority Democratic Progressive Party. It will take effect after Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen passes it into law. Several same-sex activists had said ahead of the vote that this was the only version they would accept.
This is the news on Galaxy TV. For more updates and latest news, visit our website at galaxytvonline.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Galaxy TV Nigeria. You can follow or interact with us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Galaxy TV or tweet at us at Galaxy TV. Don't forget to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Official Galaxy TV. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live updates and comments. And that's the news at this time. We urge you to join us again for our flagship news at 9 p.m. I am Kelly Egiga. Many thanks for watching.